Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Marine and a Schoolie. Today is kind of a slow day today. Came out and sorry I didn't get any footage. I took the seat out and I'll show you that in just a little bit. And then I took the rubber out on the steps. Just some things that I thought I was going to be able to avoid, but when a little bit of wood got wet up under that seat, so ultimately I had to take it out. So today, like I said, we're just doing some small things. We got to get these floors really clean, so we're going to work on that today. And I realized something, that because we were moving so fast, I was thinking we would be done in like a week, I guess. And the reason I say that is because instead of me actually telling my story, I'm just giving you bits and pieces of where I was and where I've been, and people that I've met. So I figured I'd just go back to the beginning of the story and give you the details of how this thing went down, because this is not going to be a 20-day or 30-day build, so I need to make sure I got enough material. And then two, I think it's pretty interesting. I mean, for me anyway, and hopefully you'll enjoy it as well. But like my cousin Cookie was telling me, use it for your therapy. And then, some of you may relate to some of the things that I experienced and went through during my time in the Corps. So I did mention that I went in 1991, and it was purely out of accident. My mom told me I talked about the Marine Corps when I was a kid, but I don't remember. But I went up there to take a buddy of mine, and I ended up joining, and he ended up coming in 2 years later, actually. But so I joined infantry. I did a year in the delayed entry program because I was a senior in high school. So I wasn't really a good student, and I had no desire to finish high school once I found the Marine Corps. I mean, it was really eye-opening. My recruiter, Hawkins, he was Sergeant Hawkins at the time. I can't remember his first name for whatever reason right now. But he gave me what I needed to get to boot camp and be successful. I ended up going as a meritorious PFC, or guaranteed PFC, because I got a couple people to join while I was in the delayed entry program, waiting to go off to school, or waiting to go off to boot camp. So I'm set to go to MEPS the day after I graduate high school. Recruiter comes to the high school, and on graduation day, we graduated out of Middle Tennessee State University auditorium. But he came up there to tell me, hey, military cutbacks. Here's your contract. You can take it and go do something else, or you can wait till I can get you a date to go. Now, mind you, the Marine Corps is all I wanted to do at this point. I even cut Marines in the back of my head. I used to cut hair, cut my homeboys' hair when we was kids, cutting Jordan and stuff like that in people's hair. But either way, so I said, well, just as soon as you can get me out of here, get me out of here. And it wasn't like I was living a criminal life or anything bad. I'll never say that. But I did have some influences that could have possibly sent me down the wrong line. So I knew for myself I needed to get out of there, because though I knew what I wanted to do, I was easily influenced. So I started working at Bridgestone in the cafeteria, and then I worked for maintenance, and then I went over to Peterbilt to work, and he called me on September 10th, my brother's birthday, and said, hey, you ready to go? Yeah. So he said, be here in 2 hours. So I went to my brother's school and dropped off my car and said, hey, here's your card, man. Happy birthday. I'm going to boot camp. And that night, Mom showed up down there with some of my family members. And next morning, went to MEPS, raised my right hand, and shipped off to Parris Island, South Carolina. And funny thing, and mom's probably not gonna think this is funny, but she stood in the window of the airport, and as long as I could see her, she was still standing there. I'm sorry, Mom, but yeah, she was standing there. So gonna keep it short, but now I'm on my way to Paris Island. So now you've got the backdrop. So in my next, and I'm gonna do these every morning before I actually get started working. Just today, like I said, I came out with the intention of just trying to see if I can get the seat out after watching the video, and it came out fairly easy, so I kind of got locked in on what I wanted to do, so that's why I did it. So before I get out of here, this is what is done now, and because I was a little bit impatient, I broke this. So my air tank number 1 it runs low on air right now, but I'll get it squared away. It's just a small piece to get squared away, but as you can see, I've taken all this out, exposing all the heating, the AC systems, and everything. So when our friends from Air Nerds show up today, they'll be able to access everything that they need to give me an idea of what I need to do. So now you see where we are. Oh, and the steps. We did that too. Yep, we did the steps. So just gotta grind it off a little bit, and I did do a little bit of that, and I got a little footage of it, but that's that. So again, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. If you have any suggestions, please send them in the comments. Those that have comment, you see our comment as soon as I possibly can. And I just like to again just say thank you for following us. I think we're up to almost 80 subscribers now, and we appreciate it. Definitely do. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Marine and the Schoolie. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me do my thing. Like, subscribe. Marine and the Schoolie. Simplify.